Defeat is an orphan, they say. And this is true for India's grand old party, the Indian National Congress. It performed above expectations in the 2024 Lok Sabha elections. But since then, things have been downhill for the party. It lost Haryana, it lost Jammu and Kashmir, and it lost Maharashtra. Now in Maharashtra, once a Congress bastion, the Congress won just 16 of the 101 seats it contested. And now the knives are out for the Congress within the India alliance. What do these reverses mean for the Congress in the months ahead, particularly in some very important state elections that are around the corner? Joining me to discuss this are Aditi Fadnis and my colleague Brijesh Pandey. Welcome to the News9 Plus show. Brijesh, I want to start by asking you this. Congress was on a high a few months ago after the Lok Sabha elections. They hit a 99, close to a century. But ever since, fortunes have been downhill. State election after state election, it's underperformed. Does that explain why the opposition is now ganging up against the Congress and saying you shouldn't be at the center of the India alliance?
Well, if you look at the India alliance, when it's formed, the person who kind of formed the India alliance understood the political reality and switched sides to the BJP, right. Which was Nitish Kumar.
Right.
But what has happened is that that if you look at Rahul Gandhi's situation, one is post June 2024,
right.
where the Bharat Jodo Yatra for the first time after a series of debacle gave hope to a new Rahul Gandhi who is not making gaffes, who is not making statement which is embarrassing the party. He's talking confidently, and this was perhaps the most effective re-avatar of Congress of Rahul Gandhi, which was effected by Congress party. The result came, the entire constitution narration, and when almost everybody thought the BJP would be close to 350, they forced BJP to go to 240. It was the most
huge achievement.
Stunning electoral reversal of the Bharatiya Janata Party, and assertion on the part of the Congress party when it got 100 or 99 seats.
Right.
So they became the totem pole of the entire opposition parties gallivanting towards themselves.
Right.
But what has happened? But this situation was only till the result of Haryana.
Right.
After Haryana, there was nobody else to blame but their own infighting and the sheer incapability of the Gandhi family to exercise influence over either Huda or Kumari Shailja. And then what happened in Maharashtra, post that, everybody is convinced that June 2024 was an aberration.
Right.
It was not the norm. The norm is what is happening now.
The
Congress is back
now
to losing states and losing how?
The Congress is back to losing states. Aditi Fadnis, Kejriwal has come out and said, I'm not going to have any truck with the Congress in Delhi, which is literally the Aam Aadmi Party's bastion, its fortress. Now, Lalu Prasad Yadav has been making similar statements in Bihar as well. What is the going to be really rough for the Congress? Look into a crystal ball for us. 2025, the Congress in these two very crucial state elections in Bihar and of course, in the national capital.
Is it surprising that Arvind Kejriwal, who is currently holding the chief ministership, should say that we are ready to go on our own and we are not interested in having any kind of alliance? It's not really surprising at all. Just look at the recent concessions that the Congress has made to alliance partners. It decided that it would not contest a single bypoll in UP, leaving the field free for Samajwadi Party. And recognizing that the Samajwadi Party is better placed to win the election. It's another matter that Samajwadi Party was not able to put up a particularly good performance in UP. So we've seen the record of parties who are now seeking to usurp the Congress position, such as it is in the India alliance. We've seen their record in states where they are not there. We've seen the record of Trinamool Congress in Goa. We've seen the record of Trinamool Congress in Haryana and other states. So frankly, the Congress is still a national party. It has done badly in the state elections.
Right.
But I'm not sure if it would be wise to completely write them off as people who are of no consequence whatsoever.
No, absolutely. They can never be written off. And I guess that's why the BJP, Brijesh, has been very careful in targeting them right from the beginning, because they know they are the only party that has the capability to stand up to the BJP. But having said that, the two elections that are just a few months away, one is of course Delhi and the other one is Bihar. What's your forecast for the Congress? What is likely to be the Congress's strategy in these two states? Very crucial elections for the Congress.
Well, I think, the Congress would be party number 3 in Delhi.
Right.
Because I think Arvind Kejriwal is the strongest party. Aam Aadmi Party is the best placed as far as election in Delhi is concerned.
For a decade.
There for a decade, though they are facing internal problems because people whose ticket have been cut. For the first time, you are hearing rebellion within the party and people making noises against Kejriwal and all. And the BJP is going all out to make sure that they are able to dent Kejriwal's political fortune. But they're right now the best party, the best placed party as far as Delhi is concerned. The BJP is much better than Congress as far as Delhi is concerned. Though, I mean, Congress, Delhi also used to be a Congress bastion, but now they have been reduced to a poor number 3. If you look at Bihar, they can be a party of any reckoning only if they are using the crutches of RJD. Otherwise, on their own, they don't stand much of a chance. And I think, many people were surprised when Lalu Prasad Yadav, when the question was asked that do you agree with the Mamata Banerjee or TMC saying that Mamata should replace Rahul Gandhi. Rahul Gandhi, I beg your pardon, Lalu Prasad Yadav in his tongue-in-cheek remarks said, Congress kaun pooch raha hai, Mamata karegi. Because Lalu is a very staunch Gandhi loyalist for a very long time. For him to say also indicates the kind of hard bargain RJD is going to give to Congress in the assembly election. I think that's the best indicator and the most early indicator of how things are going to be as far as Bihar is concerned.
Totally. Lalu Yadav, indicating what his stance is going to be in 10 months from now or less. In fact, probably in the next 9 months, the RJD is going to play hard to get, play a hard bargain for the Bihar elections. Aditi Fadnas, you believe Lalu Prasad Yadav's statements on this were an indication of what is to follow in the months ahead for the Bihar elections?
Sure. I mean, Lalu Yadav has been a very staunch, as Brajesh said, a very staunch supporter of the Congress, specifically of the Nehru Gandhi family. But when it comes to elections, he is a very hard bargainer. He will fight a very tough poll. And Congress's record in Bihar has been steadily eroded for the past more than 20 years. So I don't think the Congress will put up impossible demands before Lalu Prasad. And these are all things, negotiating or bargaining tactics before an election. You will find perhaps that when the election comes around, it will be smoother than we are seeing now. Or we are anticipating now.
Absolutely. But Brajesh, there is that memory of 2020 where the Congress won just 19 out of the 70 seats that it contested, and it denied Tejasvi Yadav the chance to become possibly one of India's youngest chief ministers. Do you think he's going to forget that?
Well, in politics, nobody the only thing which is permanent is interest. So if interest suits, you have seen how Nitish Kumar, the kind of flip-flop he has done, and he has still be the most strongest contender for the post of chief ministership. What is interesting is that, as Aditi ma'am was saying, that, just, a day before the statement of Lalu Prasad Yadav, one of the Congress top leader went to Bihar, I think it's state president, and he made a statement that, the Congress is thinking of contesting so many seats and things like that, indicating that, that they will be asking for X more than that. And the next morning, Lalu Prasad's statement came and everybody went on a damage control mode in the Congress party saying, no, we meant this and that. So I don't think that, the Congress will be in any position to drive any kind of bargain. If they're trying to ask for impossible, then they'll be shown the door. So I think Congress also is aware of the reality of where it stands vis-a-vis Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. And the RJD is going to play the role of big brother, and the Congress will get tickets, but I think only as per the kind of strength they have in small pockets of Bihar and not a pan Bihar gig.
So the Congress is the small brother in all of the states, and it's big brother in the center. But even in the center, where it's the single largest party, of course, it doesn't seem to be any better than it was a few years back. What is likely the strategy? I know this is a long time away. 2029 is almost 4.5 years away. What is likely to be the Congress's strategy for 2029?
Well, if you ask me, I think the biggest challenge for the Congress party and the best strategy for the Congress party would be to rebuild its organization in crucial states like Uttar Pradesh and Bihar and Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh.
It's non-existent.
But it's non-existent. I mean, you cannot think of coming back to power, being in a position to, to shape the destiny of things to happen in the country and all, and to shape the political discourse, you have to have a strong presence in both of these states. But look at the Hindi heartland. I mean, the Congress is nowhere there. I mean, the seats it has won in Uttar Pradesh, they are all because of piggy banking on the popularity and the might of the cadre of Samajwadi Party, and not the other way around. And that chink in the armor is now in a full visible display. And this is the reason why you see, when the Congress is going after, Adani, and we want to expose the relationship of Adani with the Prime Minister and all. I mean, they find themselves also isolated, because Samajwadi Party is saying, why are you talking about Adani? It is not reaping you any kind of electoral benefit. Why don't we talk about Sambhal, which could be politically more relevant issue? Trinamool Congress is singing a different tune completely, not in sync with the Congress Party. So I think nobody is taking Congress Party seriously.
Nobody's taking the Congress Party seriously, and the India Alliance also doesn't seem to be taking itself very seriously. Given all
I was talking only of India Alliance.
Given the diverse voices that they're all speaking in, no one really speaks for the India Alliance, it seems, that it's all individual parties. And Aditi, this thing of the rebuilding of the Congress, I mean, that is possibly, we've been hearing of it for over a decade now. Is there any chance in the next couple of years that the Congress would actually seriously attempt a rebuild the party organization, or will it fall back on the family as it's always been the case?
Look, in the past 30 years that I have been watching Indian politics, more than 30 years actually, I have seen the Congress in various phases, in various avatars, in various incarnations, all of which have coincided with in Hindi literature, it's called Desh Kal Vatavaran. When you analyze the situation, it has to be according to the place where it's happening. It has to be according to the time or the time period, the background time that it's happening, and it has to be according to the atmosphere in which the context in which it is taking place. First of all, 2029, who will Rahul Gandhi be pitted against? Will it be Prime Minister Narendra Modi, or will it be somebody else in the BJP? Because the issue of succession in the BJP is also an open question. A lot depends on that. Secondly, I think the Congress keeps on reinventing itself. It keeps on, especially when in times when it's facing defeat, electoral defeat particularly, it keeps on rethinking its strategies about how to make itself more appealing to voters. So part of that was Rahul Gandhi's Padayatras, and we've seen the result of that in the Lok Sabha election. Along with a number of other factors.
Absolutely.
So it's not a static thing. I don't think the Congress is a moribund, dead party. It is live and kicking, and we also have to see who the projected leader of the Congress is going to be now that Priyanka Gandhi Vadra is in Lok Sabha. What is going to happen? Is there going to be a balance of power? Is there going to be a clash of power? Because that has been the bane of the Congress.
Live and kicking, the Congress is, and of course it's walking as well. Once in a while, Rahul Gandhi embarks on a Bharat Jodo Yatra, but that's done great for his personal brand, Rahul, but hasn't done much for the party. Why is it, Brijesh, that the Congress is unable to pick issues, like you correctly mentioned, that issues that find traction with the people? Adani hasn't got them any traction. Why are they so out of sync with the kind of issues that people would want to hear about?
Well, I think, I think, there must be a dearth of either advisors or an absolute lack of resistance from Rahul Gandhi. Otherwise, when you have an issue, you can't be one trick pony. You realize that, the Soot Boot Ki Sarkar, or that they may be good for, newspapers headline or television headlines saying that, oh, Soot Boot Ki Sarkar and the Modi government is on the back foot and this and that, and Adani government is facing the heat and all. Where is the heat? I mean, where is the electoral conversion of the issues which you are raising? The issue of this constitution, where they raised this issue and they went in tandem with Samajwadi Party and others. Look at the kind of dividends they reaped. But it's like, again, then when you are fighting an assembly election, you can't have one election which found such great resonance in Lok Sabha, finding an equal resonance in assembly election. That was not the case. And the second thing is, first you get power and then you be very, ultra confident. I can understand that, but the kind of strategy we saw in Haryana and also in Maharashtra, you didn't have the party in place, but there were already talks of who's going to be the chief minister, who's going to be the deputy chief minister, who's going to get what, which camp is going to get how many ministries. The end result was the party is still sitting in opposition, and that came in for very sharp criticism by all the opposition parties that the Congress's biggest enemy is Congress itself and nobody else. Similar kind of thing happened in Maharashtra. So they will have to get their act together. They have to find issues which find resonance on the ground. People connect to it. I mean, the reason why I'm saying this is that what in 2024, Sandeep, nobody would have, nobody was willing to give BJP any less than, minimum was 300. They said, kitna bhi jeetegi, 300 se to kam nahi jayegi. And look at the kind of performance which the opposition put up. They brought BJP, the mighty BJP, I would say, and Prime Minister to 240. And the BJP was a subdued lot for the next 5 months. The Prime Minister was all of a sudden very conciliatory in his approach and, the lack of aggression in the language. All of that changed in Haryana. They can't get, they have zero hold over the regional Kshatraps. We saw what gentlemen in Rajasthan did, Ashok Gehlot did. They completely refuted what Bhupender Singh Hooda and Kumari Shailja did in Haryana and also in the state of Maharashtra. If you can't get the party together, how do you intend to be a big force as far as Indian politics is concerned? Especially at the centre, Brijesh, and possibly the Congress needs to take a leaf out of what the BJP did post the Lok Sabha elections, where they literally put their heads down and worked, and they worked, and it seems to have delivered results in Haryana and then Maharashtra. But that's the reason for the Congress being cornered right now on multiple fronts. That's a story that we've been tracking for several months now. Thank you very much, Brijesh and Aditi Fadnis, for joining us this evening.